Hi, everybody. It's good to have you all come and join me today. Give me one moment as I go to my phone and log in on Instagram. Give a few of you guys some time to come in. All right, here we go. I'm getting it together, you guys. I am now going live, I think. I'm now live on IG. How you guys? All right. So, today we are going to have Dr. J on talking about Bitcoin for our business talk series today. So for you guys on Instagram, I am sorry to say that I will be jumping off soon. Unfortunately, Dr. J can only log in onto. Hey, Queen, how you doing? Thank you for joining in. If you can you join me on Facebook on Queen's Conversations or the Bad Agency page? Um, hey, how you doing, King? How you doing? So I won't be able to bring him on IG, but I did want to come on and tell you guys hello. And if you can, follow the pages, Queen Conversations or the Bad Agency on Facebook, because we will be streaming together there. I don't want the conversation to be one-sided, so I'm going to sign off. Love you guys. Thank you. Mwah. Yes, and now share to IG. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and bring Mr. Or Dr. J on. Um, so yeah. Hey, Dr. J,
Hello.
how are you?
Wonderful, wonderful.
Um, so, first off, I want to say welcome and thank you for joining me on Queen's Conversations Business Talk Series. I have this once a month, third Saturday at 5 p.m. And if I don't bring a guest on, such as yourself, I'm online just discussing some of my own experiences through contract and consulting and other business stuff. So, I've known you for a few years, and you have been in the space of Bitcoin along
Correct.
with some digital investing. Um, so, with that, I reached out to you, and I have to say thank you for honoring me with your presence. Um, for to come on today to speak about some of your experiences that only has one S, but some of your own experiences, um, your some of your backstory of what were you doing before you started doing crypto, what you're doing now, what has it, what freedom of availability of time, um, some things that it may has changed in your life. So I don't know where you want to start. So I'll have give the floor to you.
Okay. So I want to say thank you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, great. So I want to say
Okay.
thank you for giving me this opportunity to have and be on your platform. and share my story with everyone and letting everyone know that to get your coin. What was the topic of your that you wrote down?
Oh,
Get your coin?
I don't I think it's all about the coin.
All about the coin. So
All about the coin.
we're gonna share
Yeah.
all about the coin,
Yeah, to
right?
get your coin. Yeah, to
To
get
get
your
your
coin
coins, right? You want to
is
get your
another
coins
step.
up. Okay,
Yeah.
so for me, it kind of started in 2000, early 2017. I had a friend of mine who we were in multi-level marketing together, a company called Amway. We built it together for a few years, had a little bit of success, made a little few dollars, but it all crumbled, right? And so
Okay.
life went on. I've been a physical therapist for the last 20 years. Really, I consider myself to be a temple healer more than just a massage therapist, right? So, in anything, I've always looked for opportunities, and around that time that I was introduced to from my friend about Bitcoin, I was doing my own little research about finance, history, and all of it came together when I was introduced about Bitcoin. So I don't know how many people are on right now. Is there any people that are
Okay.
live right now?
No, no one is live in here. It's a few people that came in on the IG.
Okay.
And I've asked them to come online on Facebook, and I'm also posting it to the IG because I've had a few people text on my phone. So I'm
Mhm.
trying to, that's why I'm looking down. So I apologize
No, no, no problem. No
that I'm
problem.
not giving you eye contact right now. Um, I I do need to try to at least get the word out so that people aren't bombarding me. Um, through other means because a few people did have some questions. So hopefully
Okay.
they will be able to join in online
Okay.
on
So
Facebook.
the question I'll wait until a little later to see how many people are on. So
Okay.
basically, once did a little research, I didn't really know, college grad, didn't really know what money was, the difference between money and currency. And I discovered what that was. And money is basically backed by silver and gold, and currency is backed by the federal government. So the
Okay.
Constitution says that there is money that is silver and gold. So what we're using is almost like monopoly money, and the only reason why we use it and it has backing is because we're told to use it by force. There's no other option that we have. So
Okay.
in 2008, when we had the financial crisis and they did Occupy Wall Street, there was a gentleman or people, an entity, no one knows who this person was, but it was Satoshi Nakamoto who wrote an introduction to a problem that could be solved with his new invention or proposal of financial money, which was called Bitcoin. Now, I
Right.
was introduced in 2017, and the problem was that every time we use our money, it goes through a third party, right? And then that third party will tell us if we could send it, how much we send it for us, or they can keep it for us. So me doing my research on financing and understood that, you know, money is created by that currency was backed by the government, but we didn't really have money. It piqued my interest.
Mm.
So my friend said, we're going to be rich. And then I was like, okay, I done heard this a million times over. And I did,
Right. Right. Right.
right, we're going to be rich. So I was like, okay, let me see what this Bitcoin thing is. So in 2017, in April, in January, I bought about $100. And then it kept on climbing. At the time, Bitcoin was $600. And it just kept on climbing from 600 to 700 and 800. And I said, my goodness, this thing is going to hit $1,000. It may even hit $2,000. So when that happened, I said, I'm going to make a decision to buy a full Bitcoin. So I bought a full Bitcoin when it was $1,000, but I paid at premium price. I paid $600 extra just so I could get the Bitcoin. So I ended up paying $1,600 for $1,000 worth of Bitcoin. And I did that in 2017, and that same year I bought 3 Bitcoins for $1,000. And 6 months later, it went up to $20,000. That
Wow.
year, I made a little over $100,000 that year, and that the next year, I lost 80% of my portfolio.
Wow.
I think I only pulled out like maybe 50,000, but it all went to bills and things that needed to be paid off. So I didn't really
Right, right, right,
enjoy it other
right.
than, right. So it was just an amazing, amazing experience. So I said, a friend of mine that I taught how to get into the business, her and I, Rashona Bennett, we decided to start an educational platform for the community because we understood where this was going. So we created a company called Fresh in Tech, where we would have people who would come as guest speakers, similar to me being a guest speaker here, and they'll just
Mhm.
explain different coins and what the space was about, how they should do it, and we were educating individuals at that time, and we knew what was going to happen. So the thing was, we sound the bell, created a company, educated people. So what we realized is when you share the information, people get the information for free, they really do not appreciate it. So what we decided to do was we decided to become coaches and coach individuals who wanted to be able to learn the space, one, because you could get a lot of information on YouTube about Bitcoin, how it works, what it is, the history of it, but there's really no one savvy or that you may find on YouTube that has a time to be able to sit down with you or be on the phone with you and walk you step by step. So we decided to do that as coaches. Normally, I would charge $500. So anybody that's watching this today, because you're associate and friend of Zakiya, you'll be able to get that same service 24 hours for $100,
Ah,
right?
appreciate
And
that.
right, and that is only being extended for 1 week and 1 week only, right? So Zakiya will put the information out where you can contact me. So,
Yeah. Yeah, I'll
uh,
do that.
yeah. So basically, I have over 50 different cryptocurrencies. I've told many people if you go on my Instagram, you may hear me cursing a little bit. I don't really show my face much, maybe not at
What?
all on Instagram. I'm a very low
I've
key.
heard a couple of them. Why are you cursing?
Yeah, yeah.
There are
Cause
better words to use.
sometimes you need the
I'm
shock
working on it
factor.
too. I'm
Sometimes
working
you
on
need
it
the
too.
shock factor. You need the shock factor to just let people know, like you are, you get it through your head, you know. So that's why I said the things that I said on Instagram. So please don't judge me, with my foul mouth sometimes, but I had to get through to the people. So I kind of felt in being in this space like I was like Noah and trying to let people know, listen, come along, you can come along with us. And I can tell you, with a very relatively small investment, you could easily within a year, definitely in 2 to 3 years, make six figures within the space with a relatively small investment. And the best part about it is that you can do that in your full control, nobody to tell you, um, give me money. And we're in a very special place right now where things are very unsure. And you want to be in a sure place where, to give you an example where how unsure we are, I have a friend of mine who received a grant for $20,000. She's in insurance. She's also in real estate, and money goes in and out of her account all the time, large sets of amount.
Mm,
But she received $20,000. She wanted to pull out $4,000. They told her no, and then they froze her account for a week.
mm.
Okay, so the
Wow.
process that she had to do for her own money goes
Wow.
to show you that even if you're doing something legitimate, you have all the paperwork to confirm everything, they're still going to give you a hard time. And especially if you have melanated skin, it's even 3, 4 times as hard to prove yourself because even if you're doing something legitimately, right? So in crypto, you are the owner, you're the bank, you're the security guard, you're the teller, and you control your funds. You can literally take your finances, and if you know anybody around the world, if you had $1 million or $10,000, you could send that from here to China for less than $10. And if you went to your Western Union or wanted to do a wire, you're paying much more money than that. So Bitcoin was a phenomenon, and there's going to be a transition of wealth in the next 12 to 18 months that people will be able to get themselves financial free and full control. And so if you have any questions other than that, I'm ready to answer.
um, so you talked about how you got started. What is your understanding? I know you said you wanted to talk a little bit about the history of money. So you didn't you talked about the bank um and it and how we use the dollar today of it just being an intermediary or third party every time we use have a transaction. We don't have that on Bitcoin. Um, do you want to add any other history of just of you said the transition of wealth? Where is the wealth? The 1% right now that everybody knows that the 1% owns the majority of the wealth um, in the world. So, how do you think that transition of wealth is all going to be through the digital space? And with the digital space, that's too many questions.
Right.
Let's stick with that one. So that's the first one. That's the first one.
Okay, so the first question is
The transition of wealth.
the
Do
transition
you
of wealth.
feel like and the history that you've seen with the 1% of the wealth right now, I'm sorry,
Okay,
that
so let me see if I can answer that. So America is under 250 years old, right? And then
okay.
you have founding fathers and you have the pioneers of this country. So the people who we are known to know their wealth is because they took advantage of the wild, wild west at the time and created railways to be able to create funds. So you have the Rockefellers, the DuPonts, and we could go on and on with these names that we know that created were billionaires and millionaires, right? So their families and legacies. So they created a lot of bureaucracy and hurdles for you to be able to make money. Before you make money, they make money before you even make money, right?
Hello. Yeah.
Because they were the pioneers. They were able to set certain standards and certain, like I said, humps for you to be able, hurdles for you to go through, and you just think, and which is called licensings and degrees. They do this on purpose so that they could fully benefit off of your work ethic. So this is the first time that the government with crypto did not have any regulation over it. This was purely the people's money, right? So to give you an analogy, let's say that you have two kids that are playing, they're 3 and 4 years old, and then they're saying, "Oh, this is my money right here. I love my money," right? And then you go and you're listening to their conversation. You're like, "What money? That's not money. That's a toy." No, mommy,
Mm,
no, daddy, that's my money. What crypto has done is created a barter and exchange that we know back in the days where somebody had 2 eggs or and then you have 3 peppers and you want to exchange and do a barter system, right? Bitcoin and cryptocurrency was the first time that we were able to do a transaction with one another without having to trust the other person.
mm,
So internet, they call Bitcoin internet money. So the problem that it solved was, how can I do business with somebody around the world and then be able to trust that they're going to receive the funds that I gave them, and I will receive the funds that I'm supposed to receive, the good service or product that I'm supposed to receive. So the genius behind Bitcoin was the blockchain. To explain the blockchain, another analogy, if you ever played spades, right? If you ever played spades, you
Everybody's
have books,
well, we
right?
all assume everybody's plays
Right,
space.
we all
Yeah.
assume. So you'll look at your cards, and if you have a partner, you're going to say, okay, I see I'm going to have this amount of books. And then the other
Right.
person says, I'm going to have this amount of books. And you jot it down on the log, right? Then whoever wins or whoever loses is jotted down. That log is what is called the blockchain. And the block is, to give you an analogy, let's say you fill out that page all the way through, and then you turn it to the next page. The next page is a next block.
Oh,
So,
gotcha. Gotcha.
right? So each
So wait a
block.
minute, wait a minute, wait, because
Mhm.
you're going a little bit off of what the question is. The question is, do you feel of just from where the history of, you know, the history right now is or has always been that there's been a small percentage that
Yeah,
has
I'm
most
sorry
of
if
the
I went
wealth,
off.
right?
Yeah. Okay, so
So
this is the
do
first
you feel
time.
as if the transition of wealth is going to be through the digital space?
Yes,
Okay,
100%.
100%.
And
So
the reason
with
why
this,
is because this is the first time that we have full control of our destiny, and there's not a third party to say yay or nay.
like that. Oh, well, that's, yeah, okay. Um, of course, you still have to have somebody to invest in you or buy or, oh, well, no, if you're doing the trading. So, or I don't know. I'm going to say that because I'm talking like I do know. I only know the little bit that I'm learning because I am learning from Dr. J.
Right.
Um, so, with the digital space, Bitcoin is just one of many types of coins, number one, but types of investments that you can get into in the digital space. Can you talk to any of the other um, digital space investments or digital investments, or what is the word? What would be that term, um, a coin term that we could coin for those type of investments?
Okay, so you have the cryptocurrency space, and is based on cryptography and math. So you have
Okay.
Bitcoin, and then there's a lot of copycats in crypto. And I wouldn't say copycats, but they also believe that they can improve in doing transactions with one another, whether it be goods and services in this ecosystem, to be able to do business with one another. So back to the analogy with the two kids. Let's say that somebody wants to create a way that kids can transaction with one another, and they'll call it toy coin, right? And then that toy coin is about the values on different toys, right? So they created a coin in cryptocurrency, and there's several of them. Myself personally, I have over 50 different coins. Now you
Okay.
also have
Wow.
the forex market, right? That's a fast trading type of thing. And then also within that's hot within the crypto space is NFTs, which is non-fungible tokens. Now these
Okay.
non-fungible tokens is a new way that people can do business with one another, or if you're an artist of some sort, to be able to put your art, any type of art, on display, that there's not a third party that can control your money, but you can have the great exposure to be able to sell your art. So as I was
Okay.
giving an example earlier, Zakiya, you're very known for doing your poses, yoga, meditating, right? So we have a lot of fans that enjoy your poses. You're very beautiful, so people will probably want to pin you up right on the wall,
Wow.
and
I
not a
never
bad
thought
way,
about that.
and not a bad, right? But they want to pin and see that wonderful pose because they want to, that you inspired them, right? You inspired them. So they know they can't do this pose, but because Zakiya did it, I want to be able to do this pose too. So they put you on the wall for that inspiration, right? They can buy that NFT from you for $1, and then you can choose to make how many of those poses that you want. You can make 1,000. You can make a limited edition where it could be one that's $100, or you could do one that's $1 and you make 10,000 of them or 100,000 of them. So if each one
Mm,
sells for $1 and you sell all of them, you made $10,000 if that's the amount that you made. So it's a great opportunity.
okay.
There's no
Yeah.
opportunity right now that's greater than
Yeah.
this one. And that's why I'm saying you can change your financial future in a relatively short amount of time. I would say 2 to 5 years. You can definitely lock in 6 figures in this space.
2 to 5 years. So are you diversified in the digital investing investment space? You gave quite a few different types of ways that you could
Yeah,
possibly invest.
listen, this space is, there's so many ways. Like I said, if I sit down and talk to somebody, I can give them the blueprint on what to do, how to do it, and execute it phenomenally. To give you a quick example, I had a cousin of mine. He, I've been telling him for the last 4 years to jump on Bitcoin, and then once it passed 20,000, that's when he was interested, right? And so he calls me and he says, what coins do you think I should buy? I gave him 5 coins. I said, you buy these right here, and you're going to be good for the next 2 to 5 years, guaranteed. You're going to
Mm,
maybe 10x your money, right? 5 to 10x your money. Fast forward 3 weeks later, I come to find out he put 50,000 in none of the coins that I told him, but every
mm.
one of them, every one of the ones that I told him to get, it did 10 times the amount. So that means his 20,000 would have been 120,000 if he only had listened to me in less than a month.
Wow. Wow. Well, where did he
So
get his information from? Don't know. Don't want to know.
yeah, so see, the thing is, education is one thing, but applied education is another. Once you apply the education and the information that you have, then you can succeed, you know? And when I saw the space and I saw it, I said, we could finally get rid of this regime of the government. Now, most people are not aware that there's a quote that says, when the government when the people are afraid of government, you have tyranny. And when the government is afraid of the people, you have freedom.
Mm,
We are not free. We're caught up in the 9 to 5. We're caught up in, our daily daily to-dos, and we have no time to focus on our brethren and our sister, right? And once I saw this opportunity, all I kept on doing is sharing and sharing and sharing because I'm from Brooklyn and that's the Brooklyn way, but you have to pay it forward, right? You have to you have to pay for it. If you're free, you're supposed to free your brethren. You're supposed to free your
okay.
sister,
You right.
right?
You right.
And I kind of feel like Schindler in Schindler's List, where I have the penny, and he's like, I could have saved 10 more people. I could have saved 10 more people, right? So, so $100. I was telling several of my friends and Zakiya that $100 2 months ago, right now, $100 2 months ago, right now would be $8,000.
Mm,
It's
wow.
just a different space. It's just a
Gotcha.
different space.
Gotcha.
We
So, with you've been in the space for a few years. What are some things has it enabled you to do? Um, have you seen some changes, um,
Well,
either in your time, um, in
no,
your
well,
growth?
no, well, one, I'm a silent investor in a new salon that we just opened up.
Okay.
Right, to do it, it cost 80,000.
Wow.
Right,
So you're
so I was
co-owner.
right, silent partner. So
Okay.
things that you want to have, you can have. Me, I'm a personal believer, and there's nothing really that I want other than time. That's the only thing that you can never get back. A lot of the bells and whistles,
Amen to that.
you know, am I a millionaire yet? No. Am I in the high six figures? Yes. So that the M's are gonna come soon. But with the lifestyle that I have is the non-worry of how anything is gonna get paid, how if I want something, if I want to do something, I could do it without questioning because the funds are there.
Okay. Um, the salon that you are at, what kind of salon is it?
We mainly
This is so outside of the talk of of Bitcoin, but this is business talks, and you said you are a silent investor, so this
right.
is a type of investment. So yeah, I'm being, what type of salon do you have?
So we basically cater to women and men who are post-op from surgical surgery, either doing Brazilian butt lifts,
Okay.
breast lifts, tummy tucks, right? Lipo 360. And so we do lymphatic massages for individuals who are off from post-operation, right? And then we walk them through, and then we also cater to the traditional massage parlors of, we have a sauna. We also do Swedish massage, deep tissue, hot stone, cupping, um, charcoal therapy, shock therapy. So you could also find us on KB underscore body bar on Instagram. And if you're in Brooklyn, if you're nearby, you could come by and take a look, right?
Yeah, they're in Brooklyn, New York, you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how is the weather in Brooklyn right now?
Brooklyn is
Is it
not
cold
bad.
up there?
It's like we're in the 50s today, so that's kind of
Okay,
warm for us.
kind of
50
warm.
degrees.
We finally got up to the 50s. We were like in 30 something degrees when I woke up this morning.
And
Freezing.
that's not cool for Atlanta, man.
No, no. I'm ready for, like, just 3 or 4 days ago it was 80 degrees. So it went from 80 degrees 3 or 4 days ago to 30 degrees this morning. So yeah.
Right, right.
So in the salon, you said Swedish massages. I don't know what's wrong with my tongue. Today. Swedish massages. Um, tummy, you give massages, specializes in post-op, from tummy tucks and BBO. And I don't know what BBO is, but
Brazilian
okay.
butt lifts.
But oh, okay, yeah. See, way over my head.
Right.
You want a butt lift, you need to do some squats, but
There's a
don't
whole
hate me.
market for
That's,
everything.
hey, it's a
So,
market for everything. Put some
so,
weights on, you know. I'm still working on mine, so we'll see how that works out for me. Anyway, with the KB Body Bar, KB underscore Body Bar, you all can find them on IG. He's in Brooklyn. So is that where you are right now? Are you
yes, this
at
is where I am.
you that's where you are right now. So, oh, okay.
This is a lot.
Okay. That's the salon. Gotcha. Gotcha. So outside of I did ask, I don't know if you answered. Are you diversified in the digital space? Do you feel like you're diversified
Um,
to
I feel everything else that I could get into right now is extortion. Every
Extortion. You're
every
gonna say that on
yeah,
live?
I am.
Oh
I'm
my
gonna say
God.
it. Any space that I
Not
could
with
get
me.
into,
No, no,
yes,
no.
it is. Everything else I could get into is extortion,
Oh
right?
gosh.
So in crypto, there's several ways you can make money. There's the person who buys and is a long-term holder and waits for their asset to appreciate, right? They wait for their asset to appreciate. Then you have the person who is they purchase and they trade, they play against the market and they can make several hundreds of dollars a day, depending on how good they are paying attention to the market. And like I said, cryptocurrency is not as risky as if you're doing Forex because you have true control of your finances, right? And then you have uh, compound interest. So there's coins that I have, right, where I get 10% on my money annually, but not on top of me getting 10% on my money annually, the return that I get daily, I can reinvest that, and that's called compound interest.
Hmm.
You see, so I'm compounding on top of my compound,
Yeah, don't give too many secrets. That
right?
sounds because I want to ask more questions about that. Like,
Right.
so does that mean every time that ticker goes up, you can withdraw funds?
Yeah, so
And that's
let's say I receive like $1 a day, or I receive
yeah.
50 cents a day, and then when I receive that 50 cents or that dollar, I can reinvest the dollar and get interest on that dollar. And then the dollar gives me something and I can reinvest that 50 cents that the 50 cents gave me. Then the 50 cents. So it's just a beautiful thing.
Mm. Yeah, that sounds beautiful. That sounds beautiful. Um, so you guys, if you all want to find Mr. I keep saying Mr. It's
It's
Dr.
okay.
J. Yeah, maybe when I met you, you were Mr. You weren't a doctor yet.
Look, I'm not a I'm let me say this. I'm not a doctor, by the way.
Oh, you're not a doctor? That's just the
I'm
tag you put down
that's
there?
the tag name. That is my tag name because I've been doing it for so long. My clients token that name for me because
Oh,
of the results
really?
that I give them. Yeah,
Got you. Got you. So, okay, he's been what is that? Knighted with the
knighted.
name.
Yeah,
Dr. J.
yeah.
Uh, cute, cute. I love it. Okay, so but if you all seriously, you guys, if you all want go ahead, you can find him on IG at jpremier10. That is the number 1 and the number 0. All things crypto along with bit of vulgar profanity. Please do not hate him for it. Do not hate him for it. He says it with love. Um, if you all are wanting to do any coaching sessions, he has for 1 week only. So for the next 7 days. So this time next Saturday, that the deal is no more. Whatever he's going to charge you is what he's going to charge you. But for now, go ahead and get $100 for. I'm sorry, did I lose you, Dr. J? I did. There you go. Hi. So that I'm sorry. For $100, you can get a coaching session to talk all things crypto and Bitcoin and possibly anything else about NFTs or um, whatever the other ones that you said. I know Bitcoin. I just know a little bit about Bitcoin. So I'm not going to speak to the other ones. I'll let you all find him at jpremier10. And if you all are looking for a nice salon in the Brooklyn area, go ahead and find them on IG. Find the salon KB underscore body bar.
That's
And
it.
they have everything that you may need for a Swedish massage, any post-op therapy for tummy tucks and BBOs, as well as, did you say a sauna wrap?
Yes, we
The
also have a sauna, dry sauna.
dry sauna, and oh wow, so a lot of pampering. If you ever want some time, go out and find him in Brooklyn. And for the meantime, Find them on IG, KB_bodyguard. All right.
So
So you,
so so what I was gonna say is what I share, just to reiterate what I would help if they were to get the coaching. One
okay.
is understanding how to buy Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. How if they want to uh,
Wait. Okay. So what do you get?
you get
Coaching session. What do you get?
18, 16 hours of availability, right, throughout the day, right? Questions that you can ask throughout the day, I can answer them. How to, one, convert your cash into cryptocurrency, how to exchange your cryptocurrency into cash, how to use an exchange, how to use and what is a wallet, and how to capitalize on your funds and the other upcoming coins that will do great numbers just like Bitcoin. So you're in a phenomenal place where you can buy a coin, and you're at the time, don't think it's too late. I don't want anybody to think, oh, I missed it. No, there are many, many projects that are out there in the cryptocurrency space that will do just as well financially for you as if you had purchased a Bitcoin in 2008 for 10 cents. So imagine you spent 10 cents or $100 that gave you 1,000 Bitcoin right now, you would be a multimillionaire. So that's why I have no hesitation in saying, with a relatively small investment, 2 to 5 years, you can definitely six figures, but definitely surely you could definitely see 7 figures as well.
Wow. Wow. All right. All right. So how long have you been on this journey, on the crypto journey total? I don't know if you
April 2017.
2017. So that's 5 years, 18,
No, no,
19,
5
20,
years.
24, going on 5 years. So you're
Yeah.
not even officially 5 years. So within that time, you've been, if nothing else, gotten another business um, and building
Yeah.
with that business, along with still being able to do that. So this is great. Again, you guys, this is Jay, Dr. J. He has been knighted by his clientele as the doctor of crypto. You all can find him on IG at jpremier10. And you can also join their mailing list um, with him and his other business partner. What was her name? I'm sorry.
Rashona Bennett.
Roshona Bennett. So I will have to have both of you all back at some point in time. That would be great to have you all
Yeah,
back.
that'd be great.
Once you all, do, do you mind if I speak any about Fresh and Tech? Is that okay?
Yeah. Fresh
Because
and
I
tech.
okay, so with Fresh and Tag, from what I do know, I know you all are going to have some changes coming up soon. So whenever that does happen, I would like both you all back on
Of
to
course, of
talk
course.
about. Yeah, so you guys go ahead and go to the website. It's streaming right down here at the bottom. Freshandtech.com. Join the mailing list. And you all can stay up to date on all things crypto as well as all the new things that they have coming out in their space. Outside of that, I don't have anything else.
I
Dr. J,
wanted to
I
share a
don't want
little
to keep
nugget.
you. Huh?
I wanted to share a little nugget with your
You want to
crowd
share a
before we
nugget?
leave.
I want a nugget. Give it to me.
All right,
I
so
like it. I like
here's what I
gold.
want you to do. Here's what I want you to
What's
do.
that? What's that?
There's a little history thing lesson I'm about to share. So
Okay.
in this country, they operate hidden in plain sight. You ever heard that before?
Yeah.
Hidden in plain sight. So I
Okay.
studied a little bit of law, so I'm going to share some insight on it. So I want
Okay.
you to draw the dollar bill.
Draw it?
Yeah, I know. Sorry, just dollar sign. Draw a dollar sign and then show it to us.
Okay, I could do that.
Okay,
You all see that?
okay. So yeah, there
There
it
it
is.
is.
Perfect. All right. So anybody usually that's born in the 70s or 80s will draw the dollar sign that way. But if you
Oh,
ask a kid who's 10 years old or younger or 12 years old or younger, they'll draw it with one bar. You see, you have two bars,
yeah.
they'll draw it with one bar. Now, the
Really?
question is, why is that? See, this is why I'm saying hidden in plain sight.
Look at that.
All right, one bar. So in 1976, right, President Carter took us off of the gold standard. And when we got off of the gold standard, we that the stat sign with the two bars, the dollar sign with the two bars became with one bar. So if you go on your
Wow.
calculator on your phone, you'll see that that dollar sign has a one bar on it, but not two bars. And this is why I'm saying it's hidden in plain sight, meaning that they told you that there was a change, but you didn't even realize it. So
I'm
what I'm
actually
trying, so what I'm trying to share with you is just because you can't see it doesn't mean that there's not changes happening, and you don't want to miss out on an opportunity to take care of you, your family, and your future generations. And when I say a relatively small investment, whatever you can afford to lose is a relatively small. It could be $1,000, it could be $100, it could be $50, but put it somewhere that the money will work for you and be
I
able to
got you.
take, right? So
Yeah.
and so now the two bars, right? That's when we were
Right.
on the gold and silver standard. That's what that meant. We were on the gold and silver standard. That means you could take your note and hand it to the bank, and then they will redeem you and give you back gold. So since we are no longer on the gold and silver standard, that one bar means that we're backed by the federal government, what they call fiat money, in Latin means backed by force or a government decree. That's what fiat money stands for. Government decree
Backed
or
by what? Backed by force?
by force, yeah.
By force.
Yeah, or as a government decree.
Okay. I didn't know that.
So a little history lesson.
Yeah, that's that I didn't know about that. Oh,
And
wow.
this is my point that I was saying, hidden in plain sight. You see it all the time, but you didn't notice all the years that you're using it and didn't even notice that it was a one bar compared to two bar because that's what you drew. That's what you grew up learning.
Right.
Because at the time we were still on the gold standard.
Wow. Wow. So if you all want more, find Jay again on IG. Um, I I don't think I have anything else. Wow. Um, with wow. Find him on IG, JPremier10. If you all are looking for a nice massage in Brooklyn, KB underscore body bar. Um, I want to thank you again for taking time. Again, I don't want to, I promised you 45 minutes, hour at the
No,
most, and we are almost at that limit. So thank you for honoring me with your presence and allowing me to pick your brain about Bitcoin and investing and finding out a bit more about NFTs and what was the other thing that you said? Forex. Forex.
Forex.
Yes, Forex. So you guys, he said he has some coins that he can recommend. Go ahead. I've already put in the comments. It will appear, it should appear in the YouTube as well as Facebook pages for anyone that comes back and hears and listens to the replay. Again, he's giving out 16 hours coaching session. Don't know what's going on with my tongue. How to convert your cash to crypto, vice versa, meaning taking your crypto back to cash. How to use a wallet, and so much more, you guys. So go ahead, jump on this. Like you said, in 2 to 5 years, you all could possibly change not just your life, but the life of many generations to come, which is part of the reason why I do these segments. So, again, thank you, Dr. J.
Can I make a
I will hit
closing?
you up. I'm sorry.
Can I do a close?
Of course. Go ahead.
Okay. I wanted to say thank you for having me, Zakiya. I wanted to say you having this opportunity is wonderful. Continue the hard work. Continue doing a great job of sharing with other people. That is
Thank
what we're
you.
meant to be a light, a beacon, and that's what you are. The minute you walk into a door, the minute you open your eyes and you share with other people and other individuals and letting them know that you have a beauty inside and out that you're willing to share with them because that's what we're supposed to do. And the fact that you are doing this, you take the time out from your busy schedule to share with other people shows a lot about yourself. It's not an easy road. It takes a lot of discipline. It takes a lot of hard work and continue with it. Whatever you want to do, whatever you're aspiring to do, you will achieve it. You will achieve it. You will be great and you'll continue to be great as long as you're being consistent and persistent with it. I want to say thank you for everybody that came along. Give her your support. Share this video. Let people know what she's doing, what she's about, so that you can pave it forward and somebody could do the same for you. All right. So let's have a great, great, wonderful 2021 and many more
Yes.
years to come. Okay.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you, you guys. Be sure to follow me as well. I've said all of that. If you're on Facebook, go to my IG, Queens, When Queens Talk Mag. You all can find me there. You can also find some of my educational stuff. MyEvolutionArts.org. I currently have free hour code once a month, along with some other things. So yeah, I got a whole lot going on. I'm honored for with everything and humbled with everything that you you said to me. Thank you. So you guys, I'm gonna end it on that. I
Okay.
will talk to you guys soon. Peace
Take
and
care. All
blessings.
right.
Bye.
All right.